to NBC 24 today. Your time right now is 5:29. I'm Kayla Strayer.
And I'm Allison Peters. Thanks for joining us here this morning. Hopefully people got out and enjoyed the day yesterday because we're getting changing weather here today.
Changing weather. Still warm, right?
It's still warm, yeah. So we're not really losing the warmth a whole lot. It'll be a few degrees less than what we got to yesterday. But starting off this morning, we are warmer than where we were yesterday at this time.
Really?
So, yeah. So it's still, we're trending because we were so warm yesterday.
Yeah.
And then we had the clouds move in through the overnight, so it kind of held our temperatures here for a little bit. So
is
another
it
warm
windier
start
today?
It
felt like it to me.
It's still going to be breezy, so we're looking at those, warm southerly winds, though, so it doesn't feel a big chill. But let's go ahead and take a look at temperatures right now. You can see we're at 55 degrees for us here in Toledo, 55 there in Napoleon, Lipstick 58, Bluffton 58 as well. We did have a few spots. Defiance is still at 59 degrees. But remember, we still haven't hit our overnight low yet, so we could potentially drop another degree or two before we hit that official low here this morning. But nonetheless, as we take a look at the temperatures from yesterday starting off the day, we hit the low of 50 here in Toledo, along with our friends in Monroe, 49 in Defiance and Hillsdale. So those were yesterday's lows. And where we climbed, well, we did get into the 70s. We saw some sunshine through the second half of the day, and that really did help to boost those temperatures. So 73 is where we topped out here in Toledo, 72 in Wauseon, 71 there in Adrian and Monroe, and a little bit warmer the further south you went by a couple degrees. Defiance at 73 and Findlay at 74. So a really warm day yesterday. Not expecting to get to the 70s here today. Close to it, though. 68 will be our high, and that will, if we hit that mark of 68 degrees, we will be breaking the old record of 67, which was set back in 2000. So it's going to be an exciting day here with temperatures potentially being record-breaking, and then we also have some showers moving in, but I'll talk more on that coming up in my next break here. But we're going to send things over to Kayla now at the news desk for some top stories here this morning.
All right, thanks so much, Allison. Well, happening right now, the Toledo Fire and Rescue Department and the Toledo Police Department are working to stop arsons in the city. The Joint Fire Investigation Task Force was created last May after firefighters Stephen Machinsky and Jamie Dickman were killed while battling an arson fire. And now, 1 year into this program, officials are seeing results. Police Chief George Krall says data showing nearly 15% less smoke and fire insurance claims from Toledo in 2015 than in 2014.
Having a unified fire investigation unit is a very good thing for the city of Toledo. We now have a core group of investigators who can draw into the pools of expertise, training, experience from both the fire department and the police department.
Officials tell NBC 24 that Lucas County prosecutors will soon be joining the coalition to fight arsons. Time right now, 5:33. Potholes are a serious problem in the Glass City, as I'm sure you've realized. And now Mayor Paula Hicks Hudson is calling on Toledoans to help her rebuild the city by saying yes to issue 2 in next week's primary. Toledo's personal income tax has not risen since 1982. But with the passage of issue 2, there would be a 0.25% increase to help repair neighborhood streets. At 11:30 this morning, the mayor and her administration will go more in depth on how this tax increase would affect everyday citizens. Well, students at Ottawa Hills are acing their exams, and that's part of the reason the district became the first Ohio school to earn all A's on the state's report card. Well, right now, school officials are saying thank you to their students. There'll be a celebration of excellence this afternoon at the Ottawa Hills High School Gymnasium for every single Green Bear from kindergarten to 12th grade. The celebration will also honor other groups like the dance team and boys basketball team, who of course bring pride to the green and white. Congrats to them. Speaking of those report cards, some state school board members are concerned by results of a survey that show poorer results for districts that administered state tests online instead of on paper. The survey found that districts that tested online received F grades on a key state report card measure 9 times as often as those that used traditional paper and pencil. The Department of Education disputes the notion that different test formats lead to different results. Students are just about 3 months away right now from summer break. For some, that means the search for college is just beginning. If you are a parent of one of those students, you might want to check out the College and Career Fair preview night at Owens Community College. More than 100 public and private colleges and universities from across our area will be there answering your questions on anything from applying to college and scholarships. This is the largest college fair in Northwest Ohio. It starts at 6:30 and it ends around 8 tonight. We'll check out this new video of the capture of an inmate in Fremont who briefly escaped from the Sandusky County Jail this week. This footage was shot from a drone. This was recently bought by the Fremont Police Department. Now in the video, you can see the moment that Nick Maldonado was captured. This happened along US 20 near County Road 198. Fremont police say the owner of the drone store in Fremont helped them use this device along with incoming calls from the public on sightings of this suspect to close in and apprehend him. Time right now at 5:35. The Coast Guard and search and rescue crews in Michigan still believe that a boater is missing. This comes after an overturned boat was found Tuesday morning on Lake Erie in Erie Township. This near the Maumee Bay. The Coast Guard says the missing boater may be 25-year-old Brenton Burton. The Guard says other boaters saw him launch his small 14-foot boat from Halfway Creek in Erie Township around 10 on Monday morning. Burton hasn't been heard from since.
From the Coast Guard is they have found an overturned boat. They've also found a gas tank that is tied to something that they are not able to pull up. We have Monroe County Sheriff's Department dive team that's been activated. Currently they are en route to check on this gas tank and see what it is tied to. Also the overturned boat.
NBC 24 will be updating you as soon as this boater or any other person is found. Well, time right now, 5:36. Restaurant Week, of course, a good time to get out and try a new place. They're having special menus and prices all week long. And for more, we head out live to NBC 24's Elise Chingari, who is in downtown Toledo this morning.
Hi, Kayla. Good morning. That's correct. It's a great time for people to come out and check out all the different restaurants. There's dozens participating. One of them is Manhattan's here, located on Adams Street. We're talking to the owner, Zach Leahy. Thanks for joining us this early.
No problem. It is early.
Now, I know that the first time I came here was when I first moved here. My mom was in town. We were putting together my apartment. We came here for brunch. It was awesome. Everyone talks about your brunches here. I know you kind of have like a New York feel in here. Can you explain that?
Yeah, I lived in New York shortly after college, pursuing an acting career and got a really great education in restauranting. And when I came back, wanted to be involved in the revitalization of downtown, and I thought a little bit of New York flair would really go a long way to push the city along.
I love you. Definitely feel the New York vibe here. How long have you been around?
Well, we've been open for 13 years now.
And you said you've been participating in Restaurant Week since it began.
Yes, we have. Yes, we have. It's been a really great promotion, a really great fundraiser for Leadership Toledo, and we've always been very proud to be part of it.
What have you noticed that makes the restaurant different during Restaurant Week? Do more people come out? Different people?
Oh yeah, we get a lot of new customers, a lot of people. They see the restaurants that are participating, and a lot of new people take the opportunity to try out different places and new places, and maybe things on the menu they haven't tried before. So we get return customers trying out new things. We also get new customers from all over the city. It's always a really busy week, and we always look very much forward to it.
Thank you for joining us, Zach.
Yeah, no problem.
Speaking of that menu coming up, we're going to be talking to Zach much more about Manhattan's and talk about their special menu they have prepared for Restaurant Week. Reporting live for NBC 24 News, I'm Elise Chingari. Back to you in studio, Kayla.
All right, Elise, thanks so much. Well, do you want to get away for the summer? We all do, right? Stay tuned to NBC 24 today for details on how you can get a flight out of Toledo to a popular vacation spot for under $50.
Well, it almost kind of felt like summer yesterday with those temperatures in the 70s. Not quite going to get there here today. It's going to feel a little bit cooler than that, but we do have the spring-like showers moving on in. I'll talk about that coming up after the break.